So I want to tell you about a nifty little thing that Portuguese businesses are required to have, which is called the Livro de Reclamações, or the Complaints Book. My name is Caitlin. I'm an American living in Portugal, and I have used the Complaints Book twice, both against the same large company, Vodafone. Now, before any Portuguese comes into my comments and tells me not to move to your country and complain about things, I'm not complaining about things. In fact, I am complimenting your country by having this complaints book. I think it's amazing. Companies need to be held accountable when they do something wrong against their customers, and this book clearly does that. I don't know exactly what the repercussions are for when a company gets a lot of complaints or even a single complaint in their book, but I know from the response from such a big company like Vodafone that they definitely care. And just to be clear, I don't think they suddenly care about the customer. I think they care about the repercussions. Because let me tell you, one of the times that this happened with me, I was traveling outside of the EEA, which is the region in which I get free roaming for up to 30 days on my phone with my Portuguese plan. And when I'm outside of that area, I turn off all of my data. So my data cannot be used at all. Actually, yeah, I turned off cellular data entirely. And this was when I was in Kyrgyzstan. And I came back to Portugal and I got my next bill, and every single day that I had been gone, I had a fee, and it was a small fee, but I'd been gone for a few days, so it added up, and it wasn't an insane amount of money, but it wasn't theirs to charge me. I knew that I had turned off my data. So I called Vodafone, and the things that showed up on my bill said something like Sky something. I don't know, maybe that was the company that it was like connecting me to in Kyrgyzstan. And the woman on the phone told me that that was from when I was flying. And I said, so you didn't know my itinerary, but do you think that I was flying every day for 7 days? And it's fine if you believe that, but I wasn't, I'll tell you that. And she said, well, maybe it was this and this thing or this thing. And I was like, so my cellular data was off the entire time. So I don't know what exactly you're billing me for, but it's not okay. I'm not going to pay that. That's just not okay. And she kept being like, well, this is what it is. And she was making things up left, right, and center. And finally I said to her, I was like, because I'm American, I was like, can I speak to somebody higher up than you? And she was like, no, there isn't anybody. And I was like, oh, okay, that's no problem. So would I need to go into a physical store to get the complaints book, or is that something that I could just do online? And she immediately changed her attitude towards me. And she was like, oh, okay, so just tell me the information about this bill again. And I did. And then it was all gone. All of the extra fees gone. So don't take advantage of it, but truly, companies should be held accountable. I think this should exist everywhere. There's no reason why I should have paid those fees that I didn't incur. This was their problem, and the complaints book made a difference. So remember to use it, but use it fairly. Don't use it superfluously.